Yes, now family ammo, welcome back to another video on Jazza TV. Today we're going to talk about getting in summer shape, because the summer body that you all want on the way, isn't it? I don't want it, I don't give a bollocks how I look. But I know a lot of people want to try and get in shape, but it's hard, very, very hard. This is no sales pitch, by the way, I'm not selling nothing. This is free information for you, based on over 20 years of dieting. That's what this is based on, and most of it was complete misery for me, and it was all fucked up, and I learned the hard way, because I learned by cheating, lying and struggling. That's how I learned to diet, to be honest. And it was only later on, the last few years, that I really figured out and I found out how to diet. I was once a struggling food addict. Now a food addict, not only is it physical, it's mental and it's emotional, and that's what it was for me. And it's pointless, isn't it, saying about like, you just need to do this, this and this, and you'll get rid of them chippy tits. And it doesn't work like that, because I never see somebody, these 20 stone people who you see on the telly, living unbearable lives because they just want to eat. The truth is, they've got emotional problems, and the food's their best friend. And it's sad, sad situation, but we all do it. We all have coping mechanisms. Could be food, could be drugs, could be drink. So yeah, I'm gonna give you my tips on what I think will help you get into good shape. Most of it's not going to be sports science, it's just going to be for the average person. Not that I'm an average person like you, I just compete in sports, but my lessons that I've learned on what helped me stick to a diet, which is more important than actually getting a great diet, because you can get the best diet in the world. Muhammad Ali uses this diet, you know what I mean, Usain Bolt, this is the one that he's on. But if you can't stick to it, you can't stick to it. It's pointless, isn't it? So you best get something that you're going to stick to. So here's some tips from me to you that's going to help you find yourself a good balanced diet, which you can also stick to, but you don't have to kill yourself. It's not easy, is it, to get in good shape, to get into the single digits body fat. It's unrealistic for a lot of people, because the lifestyle that they live, you know, you've got 4 kids, you've got a job, you're eating and you're everywhere, you know what I mean? You're not going to be prepping your meals like that, but it's tough. But everyone can do it, you know what I mean? Excuses to get in the way of a lot of the things that we do. And I'm going to be blatantly honest, you know, a lot of the people chatting that they got overactive thyroids, you got an overactive tongue, and you got an underactive lifestyle. So let's not beat around the bush here and get some real solid advice that works for me. Number 1 would be, find your treats. And when I say treats, yeah, I like biscuits and I like chocolate, and I like Nutella as well. Ooh, and also donuts, Krispy Kreme donuts, they're good. Of course they're good, that's why your ass is hanging over your legs. Treats don't need to be, well, is it even a treat? Some people, a lot of people don't consider these nice foods as treats, you know what I mean? So when I say treats, get nice things in mind that are going to help you. Now, this is not a really strict like keto diet, and you can't go off this sort of plan. It's not going to be no dairy, no gluten, all that stuff. It's not going to be no sort of strict diet. It's going to be the diet that we live by now. The average person lives by this diet, and there's a lot of shit in our food, and I believe there's a lot of illness that comes from our food, but it's also the food that we're consuming, whether you like it or not. So I have a few things. The first one for me is Pepsi Max, cherry Pepsi Max. There's no calories in it. It's got artificial sweetness that I know is no good, but why I drink this stuff is because it's more psychological. It fills my belly, it makes me feel like I'm getting something sweet, and also it keeps me from having something else, because at that point when I'm having it, I'm gonna have something, and I know I am. Just pointless lying to myself and just sitting there playing with me tum, swilling my tum, thinking, oh, I'm not going to, because in the end I end up getting something. So what I do is say, right, I'm going to go and get cherry Pepsi Max. I have a few of these little diet tricks. I have Pepsi Max, 10 cal jellies. You can have as many as them as you want. And to be honest, you don't even want a few of them after you've had fucking 5 or 6 of them, which I do, because I was greedy belly, and I had to start a Overeaters Anonymous program just over 4 years ago, where I had to do a step program to figure out my relationship with food, and it all comes down to the mentality, not the physical. So 10 cal jellies is a good one for me. Fruit, you know, you can fill your belly on fruit, but the danger's there if that type of sugar is gonna mess you up. You never see a fat man getting fat on fruit, do you? So I think the really strict athletes and people who are in, like, as I say, single digit body fat percentages, they're gonna say no, stay away from the fruit. Look, you don't have a cup of tea with 2 sugars in it, you know what I mean? You might as well have an apple. It's gonna be the same, only the fruit's gonna be better for you, and I know it'll spike your insulin. I'm not getting into the fucking science of it. I'm just gonna say, get some fruit down, yeah, until you're full. Do you know what I mean? You'll be full on fruit and you haven't even gone over 500 calories. Now, from going from 5,000 calories a day, this is a lot better option. Another one, you know, I have the 10 calorie jellies, you have the, like I say, the Pepsi Max, I have the fruit, the berries, the light in the low in the calories. I fill my plate before I eat a meal. If I want to have a good meal, say like I wanted to have something on the weekend, something that didn't trigger my mind and make me go crazy for more sweets, because I'm only one day away from having sweets and then going back into that mentality where my head's gone and I'm just thinking about food. Like most of the people watching now are going to be thinking the same thing. And so I get mushrooms. There's no calories, 8 calories per 100 gram in mushrooms. Lettuce, pretty similar. Could be cabbage shredded. Now you think, what the fuck, why do I want to eat mushrooms, lettuce and cabbage? I understand that, of course I understand that, but if you eat a full bowl of that, like I do, I call it the big bowl. If you eat a full bowl of that with a low calorie source, you can be full up anyway. Not mentally, because you can say I want more and more, even when your belly's full, can't you? But you can fill yourself up, semi-fill yourself up, and then you can have a low calorie source. You've done 250 calories there, you know, and you've had a bowl of food, and now you can eat your shit. Does that make sense? So this is what I do sometimes. Say like I want to eat, I'll just take an example, let's just say shredded chili beef. If I wanted shredded chili beef, instead of having a full portion, I take a quarter of a portion and have it with a big bowl of salad. You know what I mean? I'll eat the salad first and then I'll eat the good food. So you can do it that way. That's a good tip that I always use. Another one, I have the Muller light yogurts or the Greek yogurts. They're quite good. I freeze them. So if I freeze them, if you have a frozen yogurt, 2 10 cal jellies, a bottle of Pepsi Max, and all these little snacks, you full up, aren't you? And you haven't even gone over 500 calories. So that's a good little tip, good little way of doing it. I know it doesn't work for everyone, but what my point is, what I'm getting to here is find what works for you, something that works for you, something that's not too heavy, something that you know you like, but you're not going to go nuts. Because it's pointless saying to yourself, isn't it, I'm going to have 2 chocolate biscuits at 10 o'clock. It doesn't happen, does it? You don't have 2 chocolate biscuits. You don't even, until the packet's empty, and then you're looking in the cupboard for more shit. You're not going to do it that way, are you? So what my advice is to get into your diet is find these little things that work for you and stick to them, but most importantly, enjoy them. Another one for me would be repetitive. Be repetitive with your food, and I know that's like to some people it's so boring, and your head says to you, where's the fun? What fun am I gonna get if I'm just repetitive like this? I'm not gonna get no fun out of it, am I? The fun out of fucking what? Feeling like shit. You know you're gonna feel like shit. Don't lie to yourself and say life's not gonna be boring. The truth is, if you had an 8-pack and you were standing in front of the mirror and you're looking at yourself, you'd think life was fun then, wouldn't you? So you're just lying to yourself, and that's the truth, because I know how it feels. I'm the worst. Don't tell me about lying to yourself. No one can kid themselves more than me. So life's not going to be boring. Life's going to be absolutely brilliant, better than you ever thought it would be. and you're gonna have to suck it up if you want that type of lifestyle, aren't you? And it's not easy, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not easy sticking to a good diet. It's hard, it comes with its challenges, but so does feeling like shit. So yeah, repetition, the same meals. If it's you're gonna start the day well, you've got to get over the start of the day. So you wake up and your mind says, I want this, I want this, I want this. It's gonna be a bit like a battle, but if you get over the first battle, you're all right, and you've got more willpower early in the day than you'll have at night. Definitely 100%. Maybe you put your sweets and your snacks, not your sweets, the foods that you can handle, like I say, the Pepsi Max and the low calorie jellies and Greek yogurt, maybe put them at night. And if you're gonna have anything that's half bad when you're active in the day, that's the best time to have it. That's what I always find. Maybe not for you, but I'm a night snacker. That's the way I was. So that's what helps me, knowing that I can just close the book after 10 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and just say that's it now, and I'm done there. And I've had me good little bit of sugar or snack, or feeling like it's a snack, artificial sugars and stuff like that, and then I can go to sleep then with me mind's full, my belly's full, and I can go to sleep then, and I can wake up feeling good and fresh. Nothing worse is then you say, oh, I need some sugar, I need some sugar. Next minute, you're in the fridge, you're looking in the fridge, you know there's nothing in there. You're walking around the kitchen and you're looking in the cupboard, there's nothing in there, and then you go back into the fridge to double check there's nothing in there, and you're going back and forth. Next minute, your phone Uber Eats doesn't come for half an hour, it comes at 11:30, you eat your shit, you go to bed, oh, that was nice, that wasn't it? Well, not really. You wake up the next day and you feel like shite. Nothing worse is it's like a hangover. It's basically treating your body like shit, aren't you? Just because your mind wants it, the obsession, you're gonna obsess over it, and you can't deal with them feelings at that point. I understand how it feels. So get your routine. Eating the same stuff will help you, and I know it's like repetitive and you don't want to do that, but if you get something that you like, why isn't it good to eat the same thing that you like every day? That's a good thing in my opinion anyway. Another one that will help you after repetition is knowing where you are. So someone could say to you, do you want to go for a bevy, or do you want to go for a meal? Now, it doesn't exist. You don't get to a restaurant and go, I'll be half good tonight, and you don't get to a restaurant. As soon as you see that menu, you're gone. You know you're gone. Don't you tell you lies. You're gone. As soon as you see that menu, I am in a restaurant, and this is a special occasion, and blah blah blah. Cooking at home is going to be your best bet. If you cook at home, it's just always no coincidence that when you cook in the house, it's always healthier than a restaurant, isn't it? At least you know what's going in the food. Yeah, and I was that guy. After the restaurants, I used to go after the restaurants and get a cob on with my babe because she didn't want to get some sweets on the way home. I was that guy. I am that guy at heart, just like you. So yeah, if you're gonna go out at a good timing of these meals. If you're gonna know where you are, understand. If I go out quite early, 6 o'clock, I can get home. If I'm gonna have my snack, I know I can't stop now because I've been in the restaurant. Maybe I can just get some good healthy food and fruit just for the night, just to fill my mind up, not my belly. And then I get home, I can have that and I can go to sleep. But if you go to the restaurant at 9 o'clock, you know you're coming out of there, you might have a few bevies, you might get something on the way home, you might get something like to snack on in the house and watch a movie. You're up till 3 o'clock in the morning, you're on that vicious cycle. You know what I mean? You're sleeping all day because you just feel like shit and all that. So yeah, rambling on a little bit here, but I'm just trying to give you some good little tips that can get you through. And also, what is important is knowing what you're eating, because at the end of the day, it's calories in, calories out. And a lot of people, even in this day and age, don't know how to count a calorie. But there's a lot of people who do know how to count a calorie, and they're just not willing to count fuck all. They don't want to know. They're ignorant to themselves. Make yourself aware of what you're eating. Make yourself aware of how many calories are going to be in this. You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, we don't burn 5,000 calories a day. You get your body weight in pounds and times it by 15. So say like I'm 100 pounds, and and then times that by 15, that means I'm going to have 1,500. That says for me my BMR, my basal metabolic rate. So science again, Jazza, for fuck's sake. You're going to burn no more than 1,500 calories a day just by doing nothing. Then you do your activities, you're not going to burn more than 300 calories a day pottering around the outside there. You're on 1,800 calories a day. Now if you go for a little jog, or you go and pick the kids up from school and you go for shopping and stuff like that, or you go to work, maybe you're going to burn 2,400 calories on a good day. Now if you go over that by 500 calories, if you do that 7 times a week, that's 3,500 calories. 3,500 calories over that is the equivalent of 1 pound of fat. So if you eat like that, you're gaining 1 pound of fat a week. So it's mad, isn't it? It's just so easy. People don't want to count the calories, but they also want to be ignorant. But you can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it. I hope I didn't trigger anyone there by saying cake, but you can't have your cake and eat it. This is just the way it is. If you're overeating 500 calories a day, you're going to be getting fatter and fatter and fatter. You know what I mean? So every month that means you put on 4 pound of fat, 2 kilo. That's crazy, isn't it, when you think about it like that? And you're just watching life pass you by, and next minute you've gained a stone. But at that rate it'll take you 14 pound a stone. What would that take you? 2 pound of fat, 4 pound a month. Oh, I'm gone here. About 4 months or something like that, you're a stone heavier in fat, which is mad. So yeah, just be aware of what you're having, count the calories. You can eat more food if you're more aware. So you can eat food lower in calories, but you can eat a lot of it. And that's what I do as an athlete. I make sure my belly's full, so I eat lower calorie foods. I could eat the right foods, which would always benefit my performance, but I don't choose to stick to a diet, and I have a little bit less calories in the food, but I can eat more of it. So when I'm close to the weight, sometimes I won't have salmon, I won't have nuts, because they're so high in calories. Rather than 100 gram of macadamia nuts, which is over 750 calories, I'd rather eat a bowl of lettuce and mushrooms with a bit of sauce on, and a chicken breast, and a Muller light yogurt, and 5-10 cal jellies, and a bottle of Pepsi Max. You know what I mean? That's just what I'd rather have. That's just the way I am. So they're my diet tips for you. Probably more psychological tips, aren't they? There's loads of them. You can find your own ways to do it. You know what I mean? Weight Watchers brilliant for the stuff like this. Weight Watchers are great, actually. They've got all the tips, because they think they know to work the mind more than anything. Yeah, meal prep companies can be good. What they do is they take away the guessing, and they take away the anything other than what you're having. So they take away all the guessing games, and they take away the temptation. If you've accepted that's what I'm having, I can only have what's in them pots there, and that's why they're good sometimes. You know what I mean? But then again, they could also be very restricting to some people, because you're only allowed to eat what's in them pots, and a lot of people don't like that. I don't like that. So yeah, find what works for you, and stick to it. Most importantly, you know, stick to it, and that's what it's about, sticking to it. You're better sticking to something that's going to work slightly than not sticking to nothing at all. And another one that I always use, this is probably my main one that I use, is filling your belly up with stuff. I used to have a lot of chewing gum. I used to chew chewy all the time, just because I felt like I was eating something, bit of flavour, bit of taste. And you know what, I just thought, swear it, I don't even know why I'm doing it, I just can't keep something out of my mouth. At one point I realised, fucking hell, you haven't nothing in your mouth, you haven't not been eating nothing for fucking years. And that's why my jaw's dead strong. But fluids in your belly, that's what helps me. I have 5 or 6 litres a day. And now for the boxers listening, this is good, because when it comes to cutting weight, it's easy, it's not hard, and it comes out of you fast. But you might be sweating. You're probably looking at me now, you can see I'm sweating my head off inside I'd be armpit there, and you can just see it's just coming through, isn't it? It's just like, he's so embarrassing him. But anyway, must I digress once again, and fluids is going to keep you feeling full. Low calorie drinks, that's the main one for me. Low calorie drinks, Pepsi Max, cherry, I love it. There's other drinks out there available though. You know, like Pepsi Max normal, Pepsi Max mango, and Pepsi Max raspberry as well. There's loads of different Pepsi Maxes, isn't there? So there's even Diet Pepsi. So I know people. I also is a nice one is vanilla Coke, the sugar-free one, cherry Coke. Yeah, but you're gonna sweat a lot doing that, as you can see, and you're also gonna go to the toilet every night. That's a bit of a bollocks too. So I'm scared to lift my arm up here, but I'm really doing well on this diet. But there's loads. There's absolutely loads. Find what works for you, like I said. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. I'm not selling no food programs here, by the way. I'm just trying to give a good little bit of advice on what works for me mightn't work for you. Everyone's not the same, are they? So yeah, I hope you got a benefit out of it, and please like, subscribe and leave a comment, and you have a nice day.